yourselves. Because if you were sharp, you will still be president, but you are not sharp enough to be quiet and have decorum. So let's go ahead and continue with the meeting and keep all jabs, comments, and blows to yourself. Forget your feelings, let's get the business done. Thank you.
Madam Chair, I'm finna have a ball. You so hypocritical that you mad because I used an adjective that you ain't sharp on what you're doing, and you ain't. That's why I say point of order. You gotta ask for a second. But constantly when you open your mouth, you're talking about me. And lately, Ms. Burns. And you got the wrong one. Because when you talk about me once, I'm gonna talk about you 5 times. Now here we at the end of this meeting, I say your chairmanship skills ain't sharp, and you're gonna warn me.
Point of information. You did you know that you did not say my chairmanship skills were not sharp? You said that I was not sharp. Big difference.
I don't even have to respond to that. You said I wasn't sharp because people voted illegally to remove me procedurally from president. And we in the Court of Appeals filed as of today. And you ain't sharp about that. And so if it gets under your skin where you want to warn me, I'm going to call you sharp, dull, and a bunch of more. Because you done made a big deal and then took it as far as to warn me, as I'm saying you ain't as sharp. And then throw Piper in it, he wasn't as sharp when I did a point of order and say we in a council meeting, you can't order without objections. And then Ms. Priestley pulled a rule. Don't listen to me, I am the senior council person. Some of this stuff I know without opening the book. You gotta lean over to the bean and ask the city attorney. Them 10 years, you learn stuff.
Point of information. Did you know I've been here 9 months, you've been here 9 years. I expect you to know better, so do better.
Miss Liddell Lewis, I sat there and let you dog me out, say I wasn't sharp, hypocritical, contradictory of you giving me a warning, because I say you ain't as sharp. I didn't have to say you ain't as sharp as chairperson in chairing your second meeting or be specific. Now, I don't care what you, Murphy, Piper, Herkenroder do. I'm used to it. Kate Fields and them did it. Griggs and them did it. What was that lady in the 8th Ward? She did it, just both contrary to rules and law. Talking about decorum and you standing up about trying to fight.
What's your point of information?
I'm so sorry. I need a translation. I have no idea what I ain't studying it actually means.
I'll translate that. I ain't studying you in the regular language means I really don't care what his position is based upon his political motives.
Thank you for clarifying that.
That's one definition of I ain't studying what he's talking about. I can give 2 or 3 more in the King's English. I mean, it's in there. Can you read it?
It does not say
Well,
that.
can you read any language in there that tells us that employment contracts come before us? Or you don't know if it's
It
there?
does not say that.
Can you read any language that talks about employment contracts as it relates to this council?
No, because it does not say what
Okay,
you're saying.
then
It does
I'll
not
find
say
it,
what
and then
you're
I'll show
saying.
what you tell me.
It doesn't say
What
that.
do you think it say about an employment
It's not what I
contract?
think. It's what the charter
Okay, well,
says.
can you read it, ma'am?
It doesn't say.
Can you read any? You telling me I can't find nothing in the charter or in the rules about an employment contract? If you want to stay that on the record and don't want to read it, then I'll take a pause and go read it and find it.
I'm trying to tell you that what you just said is not in the charter.
I asked you, could you read anything dealing with employment contracts coming before this council?
No, because it does not say that.
Okay, Chairman, may I
there's a-
proceed rather than argue with her, and I'll come back and read it through you to Ms. Gallo. Who is through? I'm a chair. You said through me to her.
But I wanted you to let me
Mr.
finish.
Murphy, please. That's where the problem comes. You can flick your hand at me if you want, but you had already said you thought we was on special order. Quit flicking your hand at me. I ain't studying you. That's ignorant.
As I indicated earlier,
I heard him on 1420 AM. Pastor Threlkel talking about people like me, they take for a ride and they whatever. I wish y'all would pull up in front of my house and take me for a ride.
Point of information.
What's your point?
Through you to Mr. Murphy, you didn't hear that come out my mouth on no 1420, did you?
Is there any more discussion on resolution?
And don't you play no game.
Gentlemen,
Point of information, point of order. Mr. Murphy getting a little too huffy for me, and if you can't check him, I will. Hey, even you is a nasty talker to everybody, and I'm getting tired of it. You talking nasty to everybody. The city attorney, me, who give you the right to talk nasty and don't get talk nasty back? Your little nasty butt.
We gotta stop with these nasty.
Now I'm gonna get nasty. You go low, I'm going lower. Y'all nasty.
No.
Shouldn't say so.
Right.
And the facts ain't gonna change.
I'm absolutely with you on that.
Oh, you nasty too, Miss Fields.
You nasty all the time.
Don't try to play that game. Y'all nasty.
And you need to stop. With your racial undertones and everything.
Nobody
Just
said
stop.
anything
You think
racial.
it's funny? I said
And
something
you better
racial.
stop pointing at me.
You nasty.
I know my words have triggered people. Just even tonight, Councilwoman Worthing called Councilman Mays an asshole. Tonight, she did.
okay.
She did. And me and
Councilwoman Burns, please remember
Point of
language.
information.
What's
it wasn't
your
my
point?
language, it was her language.
Point of information.
What's your point?
Point of that happened tonight. What?
All right. Miss Burns, please continue.
Can somebody show me where you can't appeal any decision? This say you can.
Mr.
All
President,
decisions.
why is he still talking?
Because I got
Why
a
is
mouth.
he still
Why aren't
talking?
you still talking?
Wait a minute.
Ms. Fields, please be very careful in that area. Please.
All
Be
I
very
said,
careful.
there was mediation and
You
there were
told
people in rooms.
details
That's
of who
not
in what
confidential.
room and how many.
But
and
I am
what.
going to finish saying this.
Well, go ahead.
Continue this
Do we need some
meeting.
education on this council?
You're
Who
the
is
one
she
that needs
talking
the
to?
education. Every meeting, it's you.
Please lower your volume.
I'm not gonna lower my volume
You're out
because
of
you're gonna
order.
hear what I got to say.
You're out of order. Ms.
And you're out of
Carter.
order.
Raise your voice.
Miss Fields, you out of
I'm
order.
chairing
Why are
this
you
meeting.
messing with that chair?
Point of order. Screaming is not allowed. Decorum is
I am sick
expected.
and tired of
It's
you.
in the
This
charter.
is every time we have a
It's
meeting.
in the charter.
Forget the charter, forget parliamentary.
I got interrupted by Miss Fields. And it got to the point she went to act like my hand's threatening her. Okay. And I moved because if you hit a white woman, you're going to the penitentiary.
No.
So that's where I'm at, Mr. President, and I will wrap it up, but I'm not gonna take no bull off of Kate Fields or nobody else when I'm doing points of orders. My cable off, I'm broke, I'm mad. So I don't come to these council meetings for that mess.
This is totally unprofessional.
Stick around.
You unprofessional, so unprofessional your butt out.
Councilman Mays, please.
Why is she talking? Can you warn her and get her the hell out of here? We sat and listened to her ignorant stuff, and
Proceed,
then when we
proceed.
talk,
Here we
then
go.
we got to deal with that.
Proceed, Councilman.
Ain't it crazy?
Violating the
asked-
disorder.
But he's so ignorant towards me that he go, it seems like forever. Did nobody interrupt nobody. And I'm getting tired of it. I mean, where do they think they can get off at? I wouldn't deal with these
Listen
clowns
closely to
if
hear the
I'm
man's
in jail.
voice.
Go ahead.
Because I'm going to call them clowns.
I don't want to stay till the cows
Mr.
come home.
President, can you ask him to leave? You ain't got to sit here, man. Go on over there to the 8th Ward to your bed and breakfast, which is illegal in my mind. Make a referral to shut that bed and breakfast down. A home business in a residential area. I'd like to make a referral to the governmental ops to see if we can get an inspector to shut that bed and breakfast down. So I ain't letting none of them get away with it, and at the end, I ain't letting Kate Fields get away with it. I done fought too hard, been talked about, locked up, believe something was put in my drink. So you ain't gonna shut me down when it come to fighting, to sit in jail and everything. And if people done had all kind of DUIs and what you call it, impaired, ain't did a day. Ain't did a day. My first traffic ticket in 40 years, they told me I couldn't come to council meeting on work release. Juan Twez Davis did the same thing and was here every day on work release. So somebody is political and lying to me. So be careful. I will wrap up, but I'm going to show you how passionate I am about folks running around here trying to make us look bad, and we doing a national experiment.
Mr. Mays, you interrupted me.
No, you
Stop
said you
talking.
were done.
Just stop
No,
talking.
you don't
Now
tell
we
me to
are.
stop talking.
Yes,
now
we
you're
are.
going overboard. Who the hell you think you talking to?
Councilwoman Gallo,
Point of
talking
order.
to Mr. Mays.
Point of order.
What is your point of
You
order?
don't talk to me any way you want.
If you
now,
don't,
my
I
point
will.
was if you were done, it's time
I'm
to vote.
done.
Who the hell you think you talking to?
Councilwoman Galloway talking
You want
to
to
Mr.
show out?
Mays.
I'm going to show out with you. Don't tell me to shut up. You shut
Tell
up.
me what- I didn't say
You better,
shut
well,
up.
whatever you said, it
Point of
wasn't
order.
proper.
What's your point of order?
If you
I
want to
do
be out of
believe Mr.
line, I'm going to get out of
Mays
line with
should
you
be
and Kate Fields. I ain't
A warning.
studying.
He's
I'm
in
not-
violation
You
he's
of
better
upset.
talk to
I'm
me like you
upset.
got some doggone sense.
Mr. Mays,
Yes, ma'am.
we're done.
You want to be respected, you better respect me when you talk.
You-
I ain't
you are
studying your
absolutely
petty
right.
rules. Watch close. I'm here every meeting except for when I'm in jail. So forth and so on. But
Mr. Mays is talking so loudly, I cannot hear the
Your
Okay,
point
we'll
of
be
order
quiet
is
and
received.
let you hear.
Mr.
I'm
Mays,
sorry.
you are out of order,
Okay,
and I'm giving you your
sorry.
warning.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Disorderly.
I'm sorry.
I rule you out of order, and I ask that you would be dismissed from this meeting.
nope.
Mr. President,
I don't care what you ask. Leave. Bye. Assalamu
I
alaikum.
want to say one thing. You
Ma'am.
guys have not
Assalamu alaikum.
given me an opportunity to talk
Point
tonight.
of- What's your point?
I believe you gave Ms. Worthing permission to repeat, so there's nothing to say. You asked, she asked, you gave her permission, and she
Is this a
stated.
point of information?
Do you know, let me finish, please.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Do you realize, sir, that you gave her permission, and she then stated,
Yeah, I give her permission to go to the top of the Mackinac Bridge and do a 3-time somersault. I give her permission to go to the roof of City Hall and do a double flip belly flop. Now you gonna try to justify her wrongness by talking about I gave her permission, she asked me did she want to say it again. This is an appeal, Ms. Burns, about you being out of order. And for Mr. Held on April 4th, the resolution was postponed. The
Mr.
city council
President.
do. Just a minute.
Point of order.
What's your point?
We are not here to listen to you bloviate all evening. So
Say
if we may
what?
continue with the business.
Yeah, I am continuing with the business, Miss Priestley. What did you say we wasn't here for?
Bloviating.
I don't even know what bloviating means. But my position is this. We voted to follow an agenda. And if bloviating means following the agenda, then that's what I'm doing or not doing. So let me go to the next item on the agenda as I got the floor, and then when y'all get it, y'all can bloviate, aviate, navigate, or whatever ate.